So we're going to start here on this exhibit that I and a lot of other friends of mine have been working on for the last 7 months, just about our experience as millennials. And so we wanted to address some of these ideas that we have about millennials, the kind of stereotypes about our generation. So millennials, as you guys might know, are people who kind of came of age around the turn of the millennium. And so we've been defined by a lot of things by our obsession with technology, our iPhones and Facebook and social media and all of these other things. And so this has resulted in a lot of stereotypes. In fact, Time magazine called us lazy, entitled narcissists who still live with their parents. And so we wanted to address some of these stereotypes, these ideas about us, but really go to the depths of what it means to be a millennial and what really identifies us. And so, one of the themes that we wanted to came forth from this was this idea of us as millennials. We related to the ugly duckling story. So that's what's showing over here on the big screen. So you guys familiar with this story of the ugly duckling? So I can recap it for you, but there's so what it is basically is this little white duckling who's being raised with all of these other ducklings, but just feels a little bit out of place. He doesn't feel right there. He has this uneasiness about him, and because he's still trying to figure out who he is. And I might be ruining the film for you guys, but what happens in the end is he comes to know himself only from an encounter with a swan. And once he meets the swan, then he suddenly discovers, oh my gosh, I really am exceptional. I really am unique. And this is actually my identity. And so it's this encounter that really brings forth his identity. And so this is our experience as millennials. So there's ducklings coming forward. This is our experience as millennials. We have been told all our lives that we're unique, that we're exceptional. And we want to bring that to fruition in our own lives and in forming our own identity. And so we're still in the process of struggling through this kind of identity crisis. So in the meantime, while some of us are watching this movie, I wanted you guys to just really be fully brought into the millennial experience. And as you guys can see from this Time magazine cover, part of that millennial experience is taking selfies. So that's part of the narcissism charge against us. But I'm going to challenge you guys to go ahead.
Pope Francis took a selfie.
Yeah, if it's good enough for Pope Francis, we'll happily call Pope Francis a millennial too. So I'm gonna ask you guys to come into these selfie stations. There's 2 of them. One at a time, maybe 2 tops. But this is mandatory. I really want you guys to do this because we're gonna bring these selfies back into the exhibit, and we're gonna use them later on. So please come into there's another one open over here at the Grace. Take a selfie, please.
Okay.